serving here at the Manor since as long as I can remember. 30 years steadily serving here. This is brahmachari life also. Real brahmachari life. Real steady in their service. So we'd like to call upon His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj, very kindly spending time here at the Manor. Maybe a month or more here at the Manor, giving us wonderful association. And to those who have not had the good fortune of associating with him, I'm sure they would very much appreciate his wonderful presentation, which is, as we just heard, is right at the root of our very spiritual lives. Is how we deal or how we relate with each other, our devotional relationships. So this morning's presentation will be on loving relationships, loving exchanges between devotees. And in general, so I'd like to hand over to Maharaj. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Of course, been serving in Bombay for a long time, Mumbai, and also in Belgaum in Karnataka state. We started a very big project there, a very wonderful congregation, a wonderful farming community, and then he's taken sannyas recently this year. Prabhupada from His Holiness Raghunath Maharaj, and he's traveling a little bit more. And a little bit more to the various devotees around the world. So thank you very much for coming in.
Shri Chaitanya Vishtam Sthapakam Jivamurtime Swayam Rupakara Mahyam Kadati Spatayantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Patarkalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sakrajatam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadhutam Vaijam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sarvana Lalita Shri Vishakhamritamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamane Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitarine Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurakushe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinanandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhavasute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So I feel very happy and honored that I have a chance to participate in this Brahmachari convention. It's really so nice that there is such a convention in the first place. I believe this is the second year, and especially in the Western countries where the social culture doesn't encourage or facilitate the following of brahmacharya very much, and where it is hard for people to remain fully celibate and lead lives where they have surrendered themselves utterly and significantly given up their own independence. Now that's a challenge. So, a difficult endeavor like this needs to be supported. Therefore, conventions like this, seminars, discussions, and programs of this sort need to be conducted on a regular basis to give inspiration and spiritual strength to the brahmacharis. The topic that I was asked to speak about is loving exchanges, of course with specific reference to the brahmachari ashram. The topic is important not only for brahmacharis, but it's important actually for all devotees. It's actually important not just for devotees, but for all human beings. And not just for all human beings, for all living entities. Because the very principle of existence is love. Krishna expands himself into the living entities to exchange different transcendental mellows of love. So love is what the creation is all about. The whole creation is an expression of Krishna's love for the jivas. The spiritual world is entirely a facility where love can be exchanged between the jivas and Krishna and amongst the jivas themselves. So love is really the essence of everything. Unfortunately, what we see today in the world is not real love. It's only a perverted reflection of that love. It is so-called love that is seen through the prism of the bodily conception of life. It is so-called love that is based on selfishness, and therefore it always has a bitter end. It is never fully satisfying, and it ends in a bitter fashion. Even if the relationship has gone on without too much of quarreling or disturbance, ultimately there is death, which makes everything very bitter at the end. The loss is very, very bitter. But on the spiritual platform, in Goloka Vrindavan, in the Vaikuntha planets, the loving exchanges between the devotees and between the devotees and Krishna goes on eternally. There is no inebriety, as Prabhupada says. There is no contamination, there is no bitterness. It's all increasing ecstasy and love. So in trying to implement loving exchanges between people here in this world of matter is not easy. And the only way it is possible is on the platform of Krishna consciousness, on the platform of spirituality, not on the platform of matter. At the same time, we also recognize that we are dealing with anarthas, with unwanted things in the heart. It's not that we are, by virtue of having taken to Krishna consciousness, automatically on the Krishna Prema platform. There is still a lot of anarthas and unwanted things we are struggling with and gradually making advancement. So this is actually what creates the obstacles in having loving relationships. And also, the very nature of the material world is such that even if there are pure devotees, there is always some occasion to have a misunderstanding or a disturbance in the relationship. It's the very nature of this world, can't be helped. So one cannot have perfection in loving relationships in ordinary situations. The associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Mahaprabhu's dealings with them and their dealings amongst each other are like a beacon light for us. When we read the Chaitanya Charitamrita or the Chaitanya Bhagavat and so on, or we read the lives of the 6 Goswamis, for example, we get some hope. There is a ray of hope there. Yes, let us follow the footsteps of these great souls.